Hey guys, it's Chandra. I was preparing to give an inspirational message to my Young Life students, and I figured why not share this with everybody since we're all living in the midst of this interesting, I think is the word I'll use, interesting time. So I'm gonna just share this with everybody. So the story I was gonna share with them is found in the book of John, chapter 6. And for some of you, it may be familiar, for others, it may not. But it's the story of when Jesus fed the 5,000. And I'll give you a little backstory for those who are unfamiliar. Jesus and his disciples had been out all day serving amongst the people. And it got late and all the people were tired. So they came to Jesus, the disciples did, and said, hey, the people are hungry. So now Jesus has to find a way to feed all these people. And so he asked the disciples, well, what do we have here? And they realized that out amongst the crowd, there's a little boy who has 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And this is the part where it gets interesting. It gets mind-blowing. I just love this part right here. And this is where I want to encourage you guys. When you're in the midst of uncertain times, when you're facing things that seem impossible and completely beyond your control, I want to encourage you to do what Jesus did. And I'm going to read it to you in just a second. And that is act your age, A.G.E. I'm going to read it to you and then I'll break that down. The book of John, chapter 6, and I'm only going to read verse 11. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks to God, and distributed them to the people. Afterward, he did the same with the fish, and they all ate as much as they wanted. So what Jesus did in acting his age, A.G.E, number one, he acknowledged what was going on. There was a whole bunch of people, and these people are hungry, and all I can do is feed them with what I got. Acknowledge what's going on. No sense in fronting about it, right? G, he gave thanks to God for what he had. He didn't complain and say, what am I going to do with this little bit of food? He didn't send them off to go get anything else. He acknowledged what was going on. He saw what he had in his hands and he gave thanks to God for it. And then lastly, E, he executed accordingly. He gave the food to the people. He broke it up how it needed to be broken. And everybody had food to eat. I'm going to go ahead and read the next verse, verse 12. And it says, after everyone was full, Jesus told his disciples, now gather the leftovers so that nothing is wasted. When you act your age, A.G.E, acknowledge what's real, give thanks to God for what you have, and execute accordingly. The good thing to remember is all your needs will be met. You might not have what you want, but your needs will be met. All the people were full and there were even leftovers. So in the midst of this interesting, maybe even scary time that we're living in, I just want to encourage you to act your age. I'll see y'all later.